Hi everybody, this is Mr. Keel. Today we're going to be adding mixed numbers. I'm going to begin by saying sorry about the quality of the camera. It's not picking up too well right now. But I'll try to write large so you can see it. So adding mixed numbers. Let's start with an easy problem. Let's try 1 and 1/4 plus 2/4. So I'm using different colors here to really get it in your head that this big number at the front is the whole in blue, right? And these fractions in red, well, that's the fractions, all right? So I'm using different colors to really get it through to you. So what we can do, since we're adding, well, we can just add the holes first. Well, I have 1 here. Do I have a hole over here? No. So just drop down that 1. If I had a hole over here, I'd go ahead and add it, but I don't. I don't have a hole here. I just have the 1. Go ahead, drop that 1. But I do have right here 1/4 and the 2/4. I can go ahead and take these two, and I'll add them together right here. 1/4 plus 2/4 is 3/4. Right? 1 plus 3/4 equals, oh man, I need to get new markers, equals 1 and 3/4. That's a pretty easy example. Let's try one that's a little more harder, right? A little more difficult. What if we had the problem something like 2 and 1/5 plus 1 and 3/5? What if we had something more like this? Well, it's the same kind of idea. Let's go ahead and add these holes up first. Let's take this 2, and let's take this 1. Let's take the 2 and the 1, and let's go ahead and add them together. 2 and a 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, let's go ahead and take this 1/5 here, and take this 3/5 here, and let's go ahead and add them together. 1/5 plus 3/5 is 4/5. Well, there's your answer. 3 and 4/5. All right, let's try another one. What if we have, let's see here. Well, let's try a little more complicated one, I think, huh? Yeah. Let's try something a little more complicated. Let's try 2 and 4/4 plus 3 and 1/4. Let's try something like that now. Okay. Well, do the same exact thing. Don't do anything different so far. Just add the holes first. 2 plus 3 is 5. All right, equals 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Cool. Add the fractions now. 4/4 plus 1/4. Well, 4 plus 1 is 5/4. Now, before we were going to stop right there, right? But hopefully you noticed something. That's an improper fraction. Right here, 5/4. That doesn't look right. So we need to kind of fix this problem. Well, we're going to use what we've already covered before and apply it now. 5 and 5/4. Well, that's the same thing as 5 plus 5/4, right? It's the same thing. We just took this and smushed it together and we got that. Well, this time we're just going to unsmush it. I'm just going to stretch it out. Let's focus on this 5/4. That's an improper fraction. Do you remember how to turn an improper fraction into a mixed number? Do you remember how to do that? Well, what we need to do is we need to figure out how many holes are hidden inside of here. How many holes are hidden inside of here? If I have 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need 4 to make a hole, well, I have 1 hole right there, don't I? I have 1 hole. So what I can do is I can separate that out. I can say 5/4 is the same thing as 4/4 plus 1/4. Right, because there's my hole. There's my hole right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in kind of like a triangle. Just so we kind of understand 5/4, it's the same thing as 4 plus 1, right? 4/4 plus 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and drop down my 5 right here. Well, I should notice that 4/4 is 1 whole. This 4/4 is the same thing as 1. So I'll write that underneath. I'll drop down my 5 plus 1. And I'll drop down my plus 1/4. Five plus 1 equals 6. Add my 1/4 at the end. 1/4. And there's the better answer that we need to choose, all right? 6 and 1/4. So we got 5 and 5/4, but since that's an improper fraction, we got to fix that. 5 plus 5/4. Let's pull out the hole. There's a hole hidden in here, right? There's the hole. We have 1 hole hidden in there. So go ahead and separate that out. 5/4 is the same as 4/4 plus 1. Just rewrite it. And then you have to realize that, well, 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. Rewrite it. 5 plus 1 is 6. There's your leftovers. We're going to do another problem, okay? So we'll do one more example. Let's see, right here. All right. What if I had 1 and 5/5 plus 8 and 4/5? Okay, do the same exact thing. All right. Let's add the holes first. 1 plus 8 is 9. Cool. 5/5 plus 4/5 is 9/5. All right, but we got to fix that because that 9 in the numerator is larger than the denominator. So let's fix this. So we're just going to stretch it out. It's the same thing as 9 plus 9/5. So let's go ahead and focus on this part. How do I turn an improper fraction into a mixed number? We've done a video on this already. How many times can this 5 fit inside of 9? Right? 5 times what will get me close to 9, but not over? Well, if I have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I circle 5 of them, that's 1 whole. Can I circle another 5? No, because I only have 4 left over. So 9/5, 5 times 1. 5 times 1. That's my big hole right there. There's my hole that's hidden. How much is left over? Well, if I'm at 5, I need to get to 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4. And what do you know? 1, 2, 3, 4 left over. 4 left over. I'm dealing with fifths. So you can also kind of do it this way, right? That 1, I'll change it to blue. And this should be a pretty easy problem for you right now. 9 plus 1 is 10. Drop down your 4/5. There's the answer. So we've already covered converting an improper fraction to a mixed number. We've already covered that in a previous video, and we've covered that in class also. So that's why I've kind of breezed through that. Okay, so that's basically the lesson for today. What I'm going to do right now, if you want to stop the video now, you can. If you're kind of confused on this part, I'll explain this part in a little bit more detail right now. All right. So what did I do? That 9/5. How did I convert that to an improper fraction? What did I do? Well, 5 can go into 9 how many times? 5 times what? There's a camera. 5 times what will get me close to 9 without going over? Well, 5 times 1 is 5. Okay, cool. 5 times 2 is 10. Too much. I only have 9. So let's go with 5 times 1. Big 1. How much is left over? Well, if I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 left over. Put your 4. I'm dealing with 5 in my denominator, so put a 5. So that's how you convert it from an improper fraction to a mixed number. And remember, if I were to put, if I want to do 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1/5 plus 1/5. How many groups of 5 can I circle? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a group of 5 right here. So there's your one group. There's your 1. How much left over? 1, 2, 3, 4 left over. 4 left over. And if you don't want to draw fifths, you can just draw dots. It's really easy to just draw 9 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm dealing with fifths, right? So circle 5 dots. There's your 1. How much is left over? 4 is left over. And we're dealing with fifths. 1 and 4/5. All right, that's it, everybody. Good luck.